What's up, folks? Heine's Morning Update, September 13th, CPI day. Um, I don't know. Shit's whack. So we're above the 365 volume day POC of 4155. Over under today is 4137. This is ES, and I moved to DECE. I rolled, so I think it's like 19-point difference. Which is odd, and it's usually 10 because it only goes out about a month or so. But anyway, so we jumped from September to DECE. So every ES thing that I post now is going to be about a 19-point difference as of now. As it furthers, that gets less and less. But so 41.59 right now is where we're trading, above the 41.55. Over under is 41.37. And then we'd hit our downside, which, that 4,100 level stuck for a while. So I would watch that on the downside. Upside, we're still looking at 4,200. So I guess that would be 41.80 roughly on SPX. And then 42.17. We have a 42.70 as your 200-day moving average. That would obviously be a target for more of a macro, huge volume spike at the 42.28 level as well. So those are kind of my targets, I guess, 4,200-ish, 42.28, 42.30, and then 42.70, although I don't think that we're already 30 higher, so I don't see us getting up to 42.70 unless something is crazy. Again, this is pending all an 8 print or a 7.9, 7.8, whatever, 7 handle print in CPI. There just seems to be no fear right now. Maybe everybody's right, or maybe the rug's about to be pulled. Honestly, I don't know. So I'm just here for the grins at this juncture. So I would watch that 42 or 4100, 4195 on the downside. And then we'll see if that 4080 level holds again. If not, then I think we'd come back into the 4028, which is the 100-day and the 50-day. As I said earlier, this crossed. So a lot of these moving average guys, and I'm not opposed to this, watching these at all. That's why I have them on my screen. But when you had the 50 cross the 100, that was bullish. So we'll see. If this continues up higher or we go down. Low end, 42.27 level, I would assume is going to get defended from that low aspect. Again, that's, 100 down from where we're at. So these drastic moves, you might see a 120, but it usually goes about 80 or 100 on an extreme move, and then we kind of reverse back. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. But again, CPI is out in a half hour. There's plenty of time to digest what we're looking at for moving forward into the cash session. So again, over under 41.37. Let's go to the pivots. Oh, that's my daily. So we're sitting right here at R1. There's that 41.55. 41.75 and 42.13 are your next two up. 41.18, 40.98. That coincides with that 4100. That's going to be a good, S1's going to be a good pivot. And 42.60 or 40.60 is also one. Now the SPX ones that Joey publishes are a little bit different because that's on a cash settlement aspect from SPX. So it depends on, I don't differentiate between overnight and cash session on my ES. Mine are just calculated all in one bulk, one whole day, 23-hour session. So they'll be a little different. But the SPX ones that Joey posts are the old school calculation, which I like. Daily, here you go. There's your 42.70 on the 200. So if we continue up, that would be my target. And just meet that trend line, then reverse. Again, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. I'm surprised we're, this far up and that there's absolutely zero fear with the CPI print. I guess everyone's just so sure it's going to be a 70 or a 7.8, 7.980. 41.45 is still your moving average on the quarterly chart. Here's our quarterly bar. This is how we're standing. Interesting, we're still building an inside day on the quarterly. So if we finish this month, the next 2 weeks in this range, we'll have a quarterly inside candle, which would mean a break of it on the high side or low side, or excuse me, a break of this candle high or low should do an extreme move. So we'll see. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at. We're just towing with the high of the day, up 30. Euro's just taking a rip. So we've gone from 98.6 all the way up. Euro 0.17. That's a full 3-point ripper up here. I picked up a trend line on this because it's been pretty legit. So this is kind of what I'm watching. It's not technical to the tick, but we're kind of there. So this is a decision mode for the euro. Does it continue up higher, or is this the flush from everybody who's been short and we reverse back down? Same thing would apply with SPX and ES. Cash gap up here, 42.28, 4,200. We get up there, that's pretty much that 200 day, or just below it. And then we have a cash gap from yesterday, 40.83 to 40.67, one from the prior day, 40.22 to 40.05. So those two cash gaps are obviously in play. And then these two, I wouldn't worry about those guys today. I don't think, we could see this one today if it's a 7 print on an F, and it just decides to rally, then definitely I can see that. So I don't know. This is going to be a very interesting day. I think, what do we have? Small business came out. It was actually a good print. Then we have CPI, core year over year. So all these, but this is the number everyone's watching. So 8.5 last week or last month. 8.0 is expected, and a lot of people are talking about if there's a 7.9 or a 7.8 print, this is going to skyrocket. Again, I hate the side of consensus, so I'm wildly pessimistic on everyone being right here, but that's just me, the way I operate. Oh, look, let's just make new highs before the number. Why not? Anyway, maybe this rips. Who knows? That's about it. I don't, I would keep your arms and hands inside this vehicle today. See, this is probably going to swing. We have a panic cycle tied with a small directional change. So we'll see if that's a reversal from yesterday since we were higher. Again, we've been higher 1, 2, 3, 4 days now, and we're going to be higher again today. So who knows? But maybe today's move will be the exhaustion, and then we'll head back down after that. That could be. But things are very grim. Again, I can't believe that the euro is rallied this much, because nothing is good over there. But doesn't have to be good to rally. So anyway, please be safe. And again, don't stick around in trades. Take your money when you see it. And I'll be in the room all day.